feeding folks in AdSeg, passing trays to our more problematic members of the population. How to? How do we do it? How do we accomplish this without getting gassed? Without getting bodily fluids flooding us? Greetings, my fearless frontliners, my fellow guardians of the galleries. I'm William Young, correctional officer, author, and advocate for the correctional profession. Today I'm going to talk shit, but not the shit I usually talk. Today we're going to talk about serving trays in seg in a way that limits the possibility that doo-doo gets thrown at you. Can't promise it'll never happen because, well, shit happens. But maybe I can share a couple tips to help reduce the risk. But before we dive into this dirty talk, I'd like to give a shout out. A huge thank you to the newest members of the Just Corrections Patreon community. Carly May, Jen B, CB, and Leah. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'd also like to thank Jonathan, Lioness Hart, Larissa, and Battlitude for taking the time to comment on the content. So D-Bert would like to learn to serve trays in seg in a way that doesn't cause him to get bathed in waste, to get gassed. For those of you who don't know what getting gassed is, it's when an inmate collects their body fluids, mixes them all together, and then throws their caca cocktail on a correctional officer or staff member or whoever. It's freaking gross, insulting, degrading. It's probably one of the most disgusting, foul fucking things a human being could do to another human being. They'll do this. They'll fill a cup or an old milk carton or their sink or their toilet or whatever they got. And they'll fill it with spit and piss and shit and semen. And then they'll blend it all together, and when an officer opens their food port or walks by their cell, splash! They empty the contents on the unsuspecting correctional officer. It's as nasty as it sounds. And the thing is, we have to expose ourselves. Open ourselves up for this assault because we have to feed them. We have to let them out for rec. We have to go get them out for a shower. So for me, there's a couple of things that we can do. One is to cut down on the contraband, meaning limit the amount of trash and containers that they have in their room. I understand that you can't get rid of everything, right? Sometimes a guy can get their own cups and shampoo and bowls and whatever. But limit what you can. Reduce the refuge. So that's number one. Second thing I'd say to do is to really do your rounds. What? Yes, quit half-assing your inspections and really check them. When they're out on rec, search their room. When they're in the shower, search their room. When you're walking by to make sure they're alive, scan the room. Look in the corners, by the door, under the bunk, wherever you think that they might have thunk. And if you think you see something, say something. Collect trash and confiscate as much crap as you can do, as often as you can do, and as safely as you can do. And also tighten up on how you issue trays. Does one officer walk 4 doors ahead of you popping hatches so you can just hand out a tray? Do you have 32 hatches open all at once and leave them open until you're completely finished with lunch? Those people are in seg for a reason. That door has a hatch for a reason. And somewhere there's some policy that speaks to this for some reason. And that reason is safety. What? So don't be lazy. I'm guessing that you're supposed to serve one room at a time. Open one hatch at a time and then close it immediately. No, you'd rather have people throwing their trays and their food and their trash out of the hatch at you? Just close the hatch. Work together. One on both sides of the hatch, so you're out of the line of fire. If it's only you, still stand to the side as you open the food port. But before you pop it, look inside the room, the cell. See if you can see anything that doesn't look right, and give instructions. Look, if things look sketchy, they're probably sketch, so don't open the hatch. Tell the individuals inside of the cell to take a step back. Show me your hands. And if they aren't compliant, then that must mean they want to go on a diet. I'm not saying refuse them food, we can't really do that. I'm saying if you can explain in a report why you did what you did, then do it. I'm not opening a door or a hatch or taking cuffs off or nothing if it doesn't feel safe. I'm sorry, but I have a rule. If you are able to defend or articulate your thought process, and that process is in line with policy, you're gonna be fine. If an inmate wants to file a grievance because you made them eat last, or you wrote them up, or you put them on some sort of a meal restriction, then so be it. Who cares? I wasn't withholding the food to punish or torture or whatever. I was unable to deliver the tray in a timely manner due to the individual's behavior, or because I could see a milk carton full of foul-smelling dark brown liquid sitting on the bunk within arm's reach of the individual. I instructed the individual several times to dump the dark liquid into the toilet and flushed it, but they refused. I then told the individual that I do not feel comfortable opening the hatch until they dump the liquid. Then I notified my supervisor of the situation and blah, blah, blah. But if you look inside and there's no foul-smelling dark-colored liquid, then pop the hatch. Set the tray on the hatch and shut it as soon as the inmate takes the tray. Then repeat that process a million more times. The other time you're vulnerable is when they're cutting out for rec. And that's why you need to inspect the rooms like you were trained to do and always keep an eye on the inmates, especially the segregated ones. Don't play cards, surf the web, watch YouTube, unless you're watching me. I'm just kidding. You gotta be dialed in when you're at work on shift. One slip, one mistake, that's all it takes. Look, I hope this helped. And if you remember nothing else, remember, when in doubt, don't. If you like this video, if you found value in this video, straight punch that little like icon. Comment and share this content with anyone and everyone that you think may be interested. And if you're looking for more premium correctional content, check out this video right here. Or this one right here. All right, guys, that's all I got. Until next time, be smart, stay safe, stay sane, and we'll talk soon.